Why do people touch their lower lip with their fingers when they're thinking? One theory is that the lips are a highly sensitive part of the body, and touching them helps to stimulate the brain and facilitate decision-making. Another possibility is that the lower lip is closely linked to the mouth in the act of speaking, and touching it may be a way for people to silently consult with themselves before making a decision. Whatever the reason, it's clear that touching the lower lip with fingers is a common and natural way for people to process information and make decisions.
You see, Hireling, this is exactly what I mean when I say that you just keep on twisting away at almost every story that comes your way, all in order to make it fit your narrative. I mean, it's clear as day, Hireling, especially for those people who are actually looking for how you do what you do. And you're very good at it, by the way, Hireling, I must say. And I mean that. Kudos to you. But at the very end of it all, it really only boils down to just one thing. It boils down to you making up stories out of thin air. Just like this one here, where you're making claims to your cousin, that you've been making her so excited and hot for you over these past few months. Way more than any of those other men in her life have been doing.
You loved it. It gave you emotion, thrills like you never felt before during all the time that you were with the other man.
So you take the still frame of her putting her finger on her lip. And that was all you needed to see in order to log on to Professor Google there and have him tell you exactly what you were seeing.
So we're going to get to the naughty part also. Thank you, Jesus.
So you needed an interpreter too, I see. And of course you had to pull the old Jonathan Kleck special and pull up the most raunchiest meanings for it. And apparently it was everything that Jesus needed you to see in order to get your revelation, eh? Because you sure didn't demonstrate that you needed any other inputs from, I don't know, maybe a specialist? Or maybe a professional body language reader could give a good once-over? Because I'm sure not seeing what you're seeing, Hireling.
Not important. What matters is who I'm with.
You have to bring him back, Mr. Babbitt. Do you understand me?
There's no problem whatsoever. It'll be $1.5 million. I'm not greedy. I just want my half. Raymond, don't touch that. It's dirty.
I can't do that, Mr. Babbitt. You know I can't. Just bring him back and bring him back now. This is where he belongs.
Well, I'm his brother. It's not like kidnapping here, is it?
He's always been a voluntary patient here, but that's beside the point. The fact of the matter is, this is where he can get the best care. We're talking about his well-being.
Yeah. Let's just cut through the bullshit, okay? Now, I am entitled to part of my father's estate. If you don't want to cut a deal with me, I'll fly him back to Los Angeles. We'll stick him in an institution out there, and we can have a custody battle over him. Miss, he needs toothpicks. Could you help him and get him some toothpicks? Thank you very much. Now, you want to battle me in the courts? Think about that. Dr. Brunner, think about that. Or we can cut a deal right now.
Nothing at this point will make me change my mind.
You're going to change your mind about this. You're going to change your mind about this.
I do not love you. My feelings today towards you are opposite of love.
Why did you look back to your painting when you sang are opposite to love? That's another mystery.
Look, toothpicks. He needs some toothpicks. Can we just get him some toothpicks over here?
And I cannot, under any circumstances, make any money deals with you.
Then I'll see you in court.
My feelings today towards you are opposite of love.
So you say that your painting art is displaying love. That's what you meant to say, right? That's what you meant to say, right? So if your art is representative of love, and I said that it's showing berserk. Berserk is uncontrollable violence. And this is what you call love, but you say it's unfinished, but obviously it was all spirit-led.
Are opposite of love. I hate you. And you can't make amends enough towards what you did to me, because when did you ever say you were sorry? That you made me feel scared?
But as you felt scared, you are showing that you found it exciting. I'm not making stuff up here. I'm not making stuff up. I gave you exactly what you wanted, and I was not even aware of it.
I do not love you. My feelings of love. I hate you.
So, someone speaking to the Lord. But just as Jesus was speaking to the Father, and Jesus is the Father, it's when you're looking at yourself and you know that you are having two different wills, and which is going to overcome the other, and which is going to overcome the other.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one, split in two, that makes one, so you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me.
She said that she ate me, but there's no way that it's the only thing that she's feeling about it. There's no way. I want her to have me and not a pretense of me. You know, being and doing and saying not what I would be, but what could seduce her. So if she's going to ever love me, it's going to be me. It's not going to be a pretense of another me. And there is me and there is him, and if she's hating me, then she's going to hate him, and if she's loving him, then she's going to have to love me too. There's something, okay, that is deeper than just her saying that she hates me and she does not want to have anything to do with me. She put some painting over her face. Why? Because she wants to appear beautiful. Why? Well, because she's a woman. And why? If she's already with her family and she does not need to seduce anybody anymore. It's not for Simon Larouche that she did put herself like this. So I'm flattered because she had not done any of this for the other man, but she did for me. So which ship are you referring to when you're saying that the ship of my truth is sinking and the captain of the ship is escaping with the safe boat? So you're still beautiful, even though you're trying to hide your wrinkle or your lack of sleep with your other profile.
Even though I've had ample time to try to study you.
You're studying me. Well, I'm flattered. You're declaring that there is something very uncommon concerning me. Just as everybody else said, a lot of people, okay, said that there is something very uncommon going on with me. And you recognize it too.
Let me check. Sorry about the toothpicks.
82, 82, 82.
82 what? How much is this?
Toothpicks.
It's a lot more than 82 toothpicks, right?
Like 246 total.
The change. Fred, how many toothpicks do you need?
250.
Pretty close. Come on, let's go, Ray.
246.
There's 4 left in the box.
You said you're studying me. Did you study your dog? Did you study your pet? But you studied me. I was worth your time. It was interesting to you. Don't say you wasted your time and it was time consuming. You loved it. It gave you emotion, thrills like you never felt before during all the time that you were with the other man. So we're going to get to the naughty part also. Thank you, Jesus.
Time to try to study you and learn from my mistakes. You never cease to amaze me with the way you come up with stuff so far-fetched. And so you must be wondering what's happening over here. And since I'm put in the corner, you must be wondering so far-fetched. And so you must be wondering what's happening over here. And since I'm put in the corner, Snow is gone for a week.
So you took his computer while he was gone to work something out with me. In secret. Okay, I get it.
On a business trip, which allowed me to do my little setup and have my evenings to myself once I've put the kids to bed. When I say you have no reach, unless you come and set fire to the house, like you said, you could do.
So now explain to me how is it that you're putting your finger like this as you're talking about your thoughts when you hear me say about putting the fire to your house, but you know in a way that it's not literal, but you're doing this. So I did more search and this is coming to that. Okay, so lips bite, biting female hand, finger naughty, okay, gesture, and art, design, okay, the thing about the art. So there's a lot that you can do with your fingers, I get it, but the biting lips, keep it a secret, and the thing of body language, it's universal. It's universal.
So, Hireling says that body language is universal, which I do agree. But what parts of the body are you actually focusing on there, Hireling? Did anybody watch his cousin bite her finger at all? Or did she only place it on her lip? Did she furrow her brow? Did she look up into the corner in thought? Or did she have her finger between her teeth biting them as a seductive thing? I say she was in thought. Hireling says she was seducing him. You be the judge.
Why do people touch their lower lip with their fingers when they're thinking? One theory is that the lips are a highly sensitive part of the body, and touching them helps to stimulate the brain and facilitate decision-making. Another possibility is that the lower lip is closely linked to the mouth in the act of speaking, and touching it may be a way for people to silently consult with themselves before making a decision. Whatever the reason, it's clear that touching the lower lip with fingers is a common and natural way for people to process information and make decisions.
And I was kind of worried about what this old dirty man might have been thinking about, sitting there at the park. But once I seen that he was only trying to seduce someone his own age, I figured that I didn't need to pursue it any further.
There's even something called odoxylation. Nyo is a paraphilia involving sexual arousal through biting or being bitten, and it's a mild form of sadomasochism. Well, sadomasochism, like BDSM.
Are you saying that this, to you, is a look of seduction? You know that a finger on the lip can mean a variety of other things as well, don't you? Of course you do, hireling, but you just don't care. You locked in on the lips only and convicted her right on the spot. How come you didn't stop when her eyes were directed upwards in thought? She had her fingers on her lips in that instance, didn't she? So how'd you let that one get by you, Matlock? Because even I picked up on that. So tell me, why did you only concentrate on the finger on the lip and nothing else? And then once you pointed out the finger on the lip, you took a direct straight line to the BDSM bondage sexually perverted crap. I don't remember seeing any furrowed brows over on your porn pics page, hireling. So then, did you or did you not know that there were different meanings as to what a finger on a lip could mean? Or were you lying to us all yet again, hireling? Remember, just like when you said that you never heard of the phrase pretty please before. And then you said that Jesus told you that Mary Ann was calling you physically attractive.
But I'm going to explain what I mean by I'm the only person in the whole world to be able to explain the mystery of her art. Because when she sang this, do you know what Jesus told me? Do you know what Jesus told me? Because I was repeating this quite a few times.
As I choose, with whom I choose, freely, in peace. Please, pretty please. Please, pretty please.
So she is speaking for me there in the video, and she's saying, and it's not the only thing that I kept from her message, of course, but here when she's calling me pretty, okay, she's saying pretty please. She saw some beauty. She saw some beauty. But the thing is that it's kind of maybe like just to make fun, but I'm going to explain why. Here it is. It's because, by the way, okay, I saw the 666 with the effect, but not intentionally.
In peace.
The thing with the effect of the 666 all over the place, but whatever. Okay, what I'm hearing is that because I said to her that when she's looking at me, it's like she's looking at a mirror of herself. Then when she's calling me pretty, it's like she's really going by my words when I said that she's looking at a mirror. And so it's like if she would say pretty to herself, building herself, looking at me in the mirror. But it's because Jesus told me that I figured this out, because maybe other people would not make much of it. But you see, okay, she's saying pretty please. Well, it's like she's saying to herself, because she's saying to me, she's building herself, looking at me in the mirror, and she's calling me pretty, but it's like she's calling herself pretty, looking at the mirror, and speaking to herself, back to herself. Who could figure that out? I don't even know if it was really her true thoughts when she said that, but maybe it was inspired on the moment and she didn't think and prepared about what she would say. But as she was speaking, she was aware that I said those words that she would say out loud would be established truth. And there is a little bit of fear of the Lord to not cause her to casually say things that she might really regret. And so again, sorry in advance. And so again, sorry in advance for everything that I do say raising my voice. And yes, there is anger, but she had to be shaken enough, shaken hard enough. In what I will show in the other videos, that she understands that it's not to not prove love, but on the contrary, you're doing this. So I did more search, and this is coming to that. Okay, so lips bite, biting female hand, finger, naughty, okay, gesture. So there's a lot that you can do with your fingers, I get it, but the biting lips, keep it a secret, and the thing of body language, it's universal. It's universal.
Yeah, you said that Jesus told you that, Whopper. But I can smell a big stinker lie on that one, Hireling. Your intentions are seeming to getting a little bit clearer by the day, aren't they?
There's even something called odaxelania. Is a paraphilia involving sexual arousal through biting or being bitten. And it's a mild form of sadomasochism. You don't sound very happy when you are getting to part 5. That was part 3.2. And you were still showing lukewarm. But in part 5, you didn't look so happy anymore. You were not lukewarm anymore. And you started to lose control a little bit.
Even though I know I need things to just be, and the important part is I'm at peace with myself and with God, and I know I asked for forgiveness over and over. It's over for you, Jonathan. And the law failed me. Remember Guy Turcotte? A well-documented case of a doctor stabbing both of his children in spite of his soon-to-be ex-wife. Nobody's denying there was a knife in this story, yet he got away with it. And his defense was temporary insanity.
Newsflash!
Doesn't add up to 7 years. So there must have been other women going after you and your friend.
There were none. There must have been, but no. It's because you did not understand.
Doesn't add up to 7 years. So there must have been other women going after you and your friend. And I am not feeling sorry for what you went through. Lady, do it full on because I've recorded it over the computer. So I'm not done with you. Apparently, you're still kicking off to the world. I'm not enjoying this at all. I don't like showing myself.
But why you do it then? Because I ask you, and you do what I ask you to do? But why you do it then? Because I ask you, and you do what I ask you to do? How is it if it was just this battle between you and me for the sake to know if I was lying or not? Why the need for to display your artwork, your painting? You say you don't want to show yourself to the world, but you decided to show your art.
This is unsolicited. And I will say again, Jonathan, I want nothing to do with you.
So she wants to ignore me. She wants to get away from the labyrinth. She wants to have nothing to do with me, and she's saying that she hates me. But then I say back to her, if we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. I said, you are me, I'm you. No man has yet hated his own flesh. It all goes together. The ribs from Adam. You cannot ignore me. I cannot ignore you. If we believe not, yet he abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself. I spoke about a reconciliation. There's no indication of reconciliation except for the fact that you are here. And as long as you are here, then there are possibilities that one day you will hear something from me or something will happen in your life. And then you will know that it was true after all.
What are my chances?
Not good.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
And then you're going to repent. And you will know that all this time you fought against the truth. And Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. And it's never halfway. I'm not making stuff up here. I'm not making stuff up. I'm not making stuff up here. I'm not making stuff up.